Broadcasting from Detroit's Cass Corridor, it's the Metro on WDET. I'm Tia Graham. This hour, we'll learn more about the life and times of eminent artist and photographer Leni Sinclair. And then we trade in our cameras for a paintbrush and learn a little bit more about Tyree Guyton and the Heidelberg Project. But first, they called her the girl behind the camera. But make no mistake, Leni Sinclair wasn't standing in anyone's shadow. She was shaping history from the other side of the lens. After immigrating to the United States in 1959 and studying at Wayne State University, Sinclair immersed herself in the cultural pulse of Detroit. In the 1960s, she documented musical and political revolution, capturing icons like Aretha Franklin and the raw passion of the rock band MC5. Her photographs didn't just freeze moments in time, they helped define an era. But Leni wasn't only observing movements, she was leading them. A political activist, cultural catalyst, and champion for generations of artists, she transformed Detroit's creative landscape while archiving it. Now, during Women's History Month, the Detroit Historical Society is honoring her extraordinary legacy with a year-long exhibition, Leni, Looking Through the Lens. The celebration kicks off March 12th at the museum with WDET's and Delisi moderating the evening and a live performance from an ensemble led by Kasan Belgrave, son of legendary trumpeter Marcus Belgrave. Joining me now to give a preview of the conversation is Leni Sinclair herself. Leni, welcome to the Metro.
Well, hello there.
Hello, and happy almost birthday to you, Leni.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So jumping into the conversation, Leni, November 1st, 1964 was the day you joined the Detroit Artists Workshop and adopted its philosophy. And you've said it helped guide you for the rest of your life. What was that philosophy you adopted?
The philosophy was no matter what you have to do for a living, if you think of yourself as an artist, you will be able to make it. You'll be able to thrive. And it's not about how much money you make. And anyway, that's in short what it was all about.
I love that. And you took that with you throughout your entire life and through your career. So how did that philosophy impact you personally as well as professionally?
Well, professionally, it means I'm not rich. I've been doing everything. I've been doing what I've been doing all my life, regardless of the income.
Yeah.
I had to make my money to support myself and my family through all kinds of other things. But all the time, I could take photographs. Taking photographs was cheap and didn't take much time. You just push the shutter 1/16 of a second and you got a picture. So I took a lot of pictures. As far as archiving them, that's for the most part still to come.
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of work, like negatives and slides that need to be archived, and I really don't have time for that. Nobody pays me for archiving my own work, so yeah. It still needs to be done. And I'll be working on it as long as the good Lord allows me to do my work still. So.
And Leni, thinking about your work and taking a look back at your archive, especially things that you have not released just yet or the world hasn't seen yet, what are some of those pieces, if you could give us a brief preview of some of the pieces that you want people to see?
Well, I've I've been all over the waterfront. I shot musicians, but I shot landscapes and cityscapes. Anything that was before my eyes that I found interesting, people or otherwise, I wanted to keep it. It was easy to keep. It does not require loads of inventory to carry my negatives. I've been lucky that I've been able to keep my archive all the time. I've been in Detroit, moving around Detroit about 30 times. But I'm glad that I was able to keep all my negatives and my slides. And now the pictures I took in the 60s are the most desirable for people now, and help put bread on the table for me and my family. So thanks to pictures like pictures of Iggy, pictures of Jimi Hendrix, pictures of Aretha, they helped me survive. And so,
and that's
I'm glad
amazing.
I got them. But there's a whole lot of negatives that even I haven't seen yet because, when I was taking pictures, usually it was like, take a picture right now. We need it for the newspaper in the morning. So I would make one print out of the whole roll of film to put in the newspaper the next day. But I never seen what else is on that roll of film, and that's something I would still need to work on, making proof sheets of all my negatives that have never been seen.
This is The Metro. I'm Tia Graham. Our guest is Detroit photographer and eminent artist Leni Sinclair. She will be honored through a year-long exhibition at Detroit Historical Society titled Leni, Looking Through the Lens. Now, Leni, as you're going through your archive, what are some things that you're hoping that you do discover since you haven't looked at some of the film ever?
Mostly my negatives of the 60s that I haven't processed yet. And it's probably documentary photography about my relationship with Jan Sinclair and my involvement in the Detroit Artists Workshop. To me, everything that people know about and care about, like the MC5 and Iggy, or even the White Panther Party, everything can be traced back to the Detroit Artists Workshop, which was founded, which refers to the date November 1st, 1964. Wow. That's when the Detroit Artists Workshop was founded, and it was the most highly evolved artist colony or artist group in Detroit. We didn't care about what people did at the college level, or at the DIA, or established institutions. We just wanted to do what we wanted to do and create it ourselves and be independent of the academics. And we did it cooperatively. All the people that joined the Detroit Artists Workshop, we were pooling our money, whatever money we needed for our operation or rent. We divided the money we needed by the number of members. And so every member had to pay something for membership. Sometimes $6, sometimes $5.
Wow.
But that's how we made it. We made it ourselves without anybody's help. And that era of my life, to me, is the most important era. There's a few people still alive who were active then. George Tisch for one, Robin Ackley for one.
So, Leni, the Detroit Artists Workshop, thinking about this communal collective that was working in Detroit's arts and culture scene at the time in the 60s, really capturing that moment with a lens or with a paintbrush. So, Leni, thinking about what the Detroit Artists Workshop did for you in terms of connecting with different artists, how do you explain that or express that to the next generation of artists about coming together as a community, no matter your level, no matter your age, no matter your gender, no matter your race, the importance of coming together?
I don't even know how to explain that. I made a book in the year 2013. It came out. It was called the Detroit Detroit Rocks. That was the name of it. It was a book Gary Grimshaw and I made together with Gary Grimshaw's artwork, and I wrote little explanations of the different chapters. It was called Pictorial History of Motor City Rock and Roll, 1965 to 1975. Now that book was published and was sold out in the first year because we only printed 1,000 copies of it. And that kind of explains the development from the Detroit Artists Workshop to Translove Energies, which included the MC5, the Stooges, another band called The Up, and the Grandy Ballroom, and the light shows. We were trying to have an umbrella organization for all the hip things happening in Detroit in the late 60s.
All right, Leni Sinclair, thank you so much for joining us on the Metro this morning.
I'm sorry I'm talking so incoherently.
No.
I together my thoughts better.
Leni.
So thank you for the interview.
Not a problem at all, Leni. We're all looking forward to seeing you in person, actually, Leni, who is a Detroit photographer and eminent artist, but she will be honored through a year-long exhibition at Detroit Historical Society titled Leni, Looking Through the Lens. And once again, we're all excited to see Leni in person, talking with WDET's and Delisi. There will also be a special performance, an ensemble led by jazz musician Kasan Belgrave. That's happening March 12th at Detroit Historical Society. So if you want to sit down and listen to an intimate conversation featuring WDET's and Delisi and Leni Sinclair, go ahead and sign up for the Detroit Historical Society's celebration March 12th. And once again, Leni, thank you so much for joining us on the Metro. I look forward to seeing you in person March 12th.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it too. Thank you.
Coming up, we'll hear from this year's Kresge Eminent Artist, Tyree Guyton. Stay right there. We'll be right back. This is the Metro.